Jam good jam. Sila na na kita kalir. Pasang lo pun pura. Nari kita terhajar naik bote.
আমি খাও তো না যাই যাও
Kuat apa?
হয়
Berapa coba? Dosta agak sih.
কেবে খাইতে পুরা উপরে বসে নাই হ্যালো হ্যালো হ্যাঁ নমস্কার କୁଆଡ଼େ ସାଙ୍କି ଯାଇଛ ଓହୋ ସମସ୍ତେ ଯାଇଛ ନା କ'ଣ ହେଲେ ଦୁଇଟଙ୍କା ଆଇଲେ ଦୁଇଟଙ୍କା ଆଇଲେ କି ଓହୋ ଓହୋ ହେଲେ ରହିବ ନା ପଳେଇବ ଚାଲିଛି ନା କ'ଣ କାମ ଚାଲିଛି କି ସେ କାମ ଚାଲିଲା କି କହୁଛୁ କାମ ଚାଲିଛି କି କହୁଛୁ ଆମେ କାଲିକି ଯିବୁ ଶନିବାର କାଲିକି ହଁ ତୁ ତ କେବେ ଜାଣି କହିପାରିବିନି ସେ ଯଦି ଆଇବ ବୋଲେ ଆଇବ ନହେଲେ ନାହିଁ ହଁ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ହଉଛନ୍ତି ହଁ ହଉଛି ହଁ ଖାଇବୁ ତମେ ରୋଷେଇ କରୁଛ ନା ଖାଇବା ଧରିକି ଆଇଛ
Okay. Now, we are talking about the meaningful information. So, is it clear for everyone about the meaningful information?
रेस्ट करो मेडिसिन खाई रेस्ट करो
Okay.
मेडिसिन को खाई रेस्ट करो
This is about EAI. So, EAI, what it focuses on? Users' rights. So, whenever you are using your AI, without user rights, you should not do anything. Your algorithm should be explainable, your algorithm should be readable, and without the consent, what actually GDPR tells. Okay. So, अभी आप कहीं भी application consent दे रहा है ना उस टाइम आप देख लीजिए with the GDPR Act करके आपको दिख जाएगा. Now the next is EAI Act 2024. Yesterday I was telling you this is a very important act.
ନାଇଁ ଏବେ ତ ଭଲ ଅଛି ଦେଖୁନ ଟିକେ ବୋଲେ ସେୟାର ଖବର କ'ଣ ଏବେ 29
EAI Act is a risk-based
ଏଥିରେ
framework.
ଖବର କ'ଣ?
It is classifying the applications in this way. What are they?
ହଁ
The lower layer is
ହଉ ଆଉ
unacceptable risk.
ହଁ
That means what? You cannot accept any risk. You don't tolerate any error or anything. That kind of scenario. Then high risk scenarios, the limited risk, then minimal risk. That means these things are freely left. What are called as unacceptable risks? Social scoring by governments. What is social scoring? What do you think? What do you mean by social scoring? Anyone can tell? See, today we are having different kinds of what do you say? Household cards are there. People will say white card, pink card in the society. People who are having white ration cards, they get a lot of questions. People who are having pink ration cards, they don't get any questions. Indirectly, what it is doing, it is classifying the people into two categories. People below poverty line, people who are above poverty line. Now, when you are doing this kind of classification, this classification, if you are doing by using some parameter, there any kind of balance is not happening. So if AI is doing this classification, then we need to be very careful. Right? So social scoring by government. Next. Real-time biometric surveillance information. If you are practicing people are doing something to biometrics, then also we need to be very careful because you are reading data in a public environment.
Oh my God,
Manipulation of vulnerable groups, which also considered as unacceptable risk. Subliming techniques, bypassing free will, means bypassing certain techniques and giving liberty for people to do anything. So these are all unacceptable risks which are banned under European Union EAI. So you design an application where it bypass and make things possible. Then it should be considered very serious. Next. What are high risk ones? Medical devices like ICU devices and all. Employment screening softwares which are used for HR systems. Someone was telling previously. Then credit scoring and insurance underwriting. See, insurance we are taking, insurance documents are very critical. They should be under the act, but still they violate the rule in different way. Border control, law enforcement EAI. See, we are watching a lot of pirated movies online because they are violating border control and law enforcement. Where there is no route, in that country, they deploy the server and they share the country. So it is legal. One cannot want the content to be accessed in other countries. So, for that reason, what we need to do, it should be registered into EU database for accessing it. So that's all high risk. Then the next is limited risk, mostly with chatbots. Must disclose AI nature. It need to tell what it can do. Next, deepfakes. I hope most of you know these things. Must label synthetic content. Right? So, these are the three things which EU AI Act is going to address. Next, what are high-risk AIs mandatory obligations in an article 9 to 17? You see these things? What do you understand? Any of you can help these things? High-risk AI, technical documents. What are technical documents? Anyone can tell me? What are technical documents? Any example? Is there anyone? Design specification of any product. Training data which is used for training AI machine. Validation of known risks must be maintained up to date. So, a technical document that you are going to generate should stay up to date with the market. This is one of the mandatory obligations. So that means your AI system should do as per the market. Then human oversight. It should not do anything beyond the human or overriding the human. What it needs to do must enable competent humans to effectively oversee AI. So it needs to give a provision for someone to look at AI. System must include override mechanism. So if required, it needs to include it. So they should be able to bypass. That is, if you want that to be done or you don't want to do that. So this measure also. Next is conformity assessment. Always there should be a third party audit. For example, you have developed an application which is going to collect a biometric data. Then you need to have a third-party audit for every transaction. Directly your machine should not collect the data and do everything on its own. That is one of the conformity errors. That means I confirm and that is proved by someone. Next is post-market monitoring. You need to have a monitoring plan. Serious incidents must be reported to national authority. Maintain logs for traceability. And you need to maintain a log for traceability. Now, that is what maintaining a log and reporting. These things are continuously required for this. The next is cyber security robustness. Must perform reliability across accepted conditions. Adversarial robustness testing and fallback mechanisms required. So, they should perform a reliability across expected conditions. So, for any adversary act, you need to have a robust systems. This is one of the important things in AI. Transparency and logging. Okay. Every transaction should be logged and it has to be maintained for 5+ years for any time to audit. That is audit. Is it clear? Now you can see EAI Act timeline. This was started in August 2024 and prohibited AI ban. So it has done by 2025. That means in which all the places AI should be used, should not be used. Is completed by February 2025. The set of rules has been done. And then GTAI rules apply. So, how to make this law? AI, the global system, is declared by August 2020. Now, by August 2026, high risk obligations could be applicable. So, that is now we are almost going to reach the target. After this, we are going to get a high risk legacy system by August 2026. So, EAI Act will bring a more sophisticated AI system by August 2027, and currently those systems are about to come into the market. So that means we are almost going to see a better phase in the next 1 year. This is what you can understand from this timeline. Is it clear? Now, below this you can see the penalties that are collected at a glance. For which one? You can see here in February 2025, we are saying prohibited AI ban for this $35 million penalties are collected. High risk obligation failures. So we want to achieve this. If someone is failing, as of now, 15 million euros penalties are collected. For giving incorrect information to authorities, they charge 7.5 million penalties. Many times we are seeing some news for violating this. These companies are asked for this amount of money because companies like Infosys or these things, when they develop a service application, if they don't follow these regulations, the people who have designed the system for them and the people who are using the system for them, both of them will be fine. So in that way, they are penalized for doing this. Is this clear? Is it clear? Answer please.
Yes.
Now we have looked at the most important GDPR and then about EAI 2022. Okay, now let's go for US Equal Credit Opportunity Act. This is another act which is from US. What it is? Adverse action notices. Shape based explainability. So you can understand here. You are going to give an explanation to the user by using shape explainability mechanism. For which one? Equal credit opportunity. Where do you get this credit opportunity? Credit opportunity refers to banks. Let's see this. ECOA and Regulation B, Adverse Action Notices. Here, legal requirement. Must notify applicant of adverse action within 30 days. See, for any person, if there is something happened to you, you need to complain within 30 days. If you are doing it beyond that, it doesn't work. So that's what the legal requirement is. Yeah? Now what we are seeing here, must notify applicant of adverse action within 30 days. That is one. Next is you need to specify a max of 4. One also, I put 4 reasons for rejection. You cannot give a vague reason like insufficient score or non-complaint. That means you are not suitable. See, HR cannot say that you are not suitable for the job. You cannot. Actually, we require this and you are having this. So they need to tell that kind of reason, but they should not give any time a vague or generic reasons. Applies to all creditors, banks, fintechs and lenders. Enforced by CFTC, FRB, OCs, penalties up to $10,000 right. So, sample notice is given here. Can you see this? On the right side? At least one or two to respond, it will better at least. If you are asking something, are you looking at the notice on the right?
Yes, sir.
What do you see on the right? They are saying, dear applicant, your application for credit was denied. What is the reason they give? Debt to income ratio is too high. That means your salary and your loans are very high. Or insufficient credit history level. I hope mostly yesterday I was saying some person age of 18 years was applying for a loan. For him, this kind of answer it may give. Insufficient credit history. They'll ask for a guarantor. Number of delinquent accounts. That means dormant accounts which you are not maintaining properly. Or you might have requested many requests. In any of these cases, you can go to the few of the things how we must be explained. So that means US Equal Opportunity Acts it always need to explain these things. Now, interesting one you will see. This is an example of shared feature importance. क्या दिखा रहे हो? This is showing this on a scale of 0 to 1 scale will become. Whenever it is reaching to 1, that means that has the highest priority. So which influences a lot. So this is a shape representation. So what next acts tells you, fintech application should always have a shape. Instead of giving vague answers, it always should give a shape-based explanation where user will understand better. You see here, your ML model prediction score is there. That your calculated shape values, top negative factors are ranked. The top negative factors which you can present. So the first case is debt to income ratios, most of the time. Credit history level, the next. Missing payments, next. Recent inquiries and Suppose one people may utilize more, but still he can pay. Some people has many inquiries, still also bank can do it. So that means which parameters influence more for giving a loan in the sense debt to income. So that means this feature is considered here. So human reasonable reason force should be given. Adverse action notice should be sent. Last act is FDA Act. Usage of AML software as a medical device. You can see here. Usage of AI in a medical domain is classified based on risks. So how many risk levels we are using here? We are using 3 risk levels. Class 1, class 2 and class 3. Here we are saying the risk classification framework. So in medical assurance, risk has to be done. So you are thinking of informed clinical management. That means what you are going to do. That you are informing, which can be considered as non-serious. So in this communication, you can exempt any kind of contacts. Drive clinical management, serious and critical cases. So class 2, class 3, where the model is subsiding something and utilizing, that is class 2. Where there is life approvals are there, that is pre-market approvals are required, that is of class 3. Diagnosis and threat autonomous, this is class 3. This is of highest security required for this. So, life threatening and diagnosis systems are of high level where higher level of security is required for this. Right? See, here we are saying drift obligation, drift reduction, performance monitoring, rollback mechanism for all specific applications. What FDA expects in SAM? Okay. So, we are going to look at algorithm performance validation, intended user training, experimental post-market surveillance, cyber security documents. Why we need to do algorithm discrimination? As yesterday we are talking about to reduce the bias. So you are expecting fairness in your algorithm. So your algorithm should be described properly. Performance should be validated. That is done by using ROC AUC for diagnostic AI testing. So this code will help you to understand how the machine performs. This is a real world performance test. Should be defined because device usage should be always specified. You can see most of the devices when you are buying, they may say keep is out of reach of children, right? So, or this can be used under the purview of medical practitioner, kind of other expandability techniques. So, the clinics usually require local and global explanation. So, we are going to use line and shed for clinical understanding. Post-market surveillance. After giving the device, we need to do the post-market surveillance. Then cyber security documentation. So we also need to look at the security of these devices. So these are 6 areas where we need to concentrate. Now this gives the overall comparison of all the 4
operation. Despite the fight of this 4 gigabyte and then the operation of 5 and then the fight. It's crucial to do the fight because when you're finished writing the data from it, it's important to tell operating system that hey, I am finished the slide, I don't slide it code. And if you want to do it, then you can stick out of the file.
Now, you all can see the comparison. Which act can be used in this? You see here, FDA, SAMD is for medical devices. US OA for credit decision, mostly for banking. EU EAI Act is used for market, and many cases it can be applied at. And we also saw that this is expected to reach by 2027 at the full extent in India. So that is EAI Act 2024 is one of the powerful acts in India. Then GDPR. This is about automated decision. So any product will follow GDPR and market will follow AI Act. Okay. So these are the 2 credit things, and medicals will follow FDA, SAMD. So these are the 4 regulations which we need to remember. So you can see the key obligations: human oversight and registration, confirmatory translation oversight, specific canvas reasoning, demarcation and express like here, logic plus significance, technical talk plus talks, principal reason codes, algorithm plus performance validation. Right. And foresight, national DPS, national market authorities, US FDS. In each case for violating what is the penalty? In this, the maximum penalty is 20 million. In this, it is 35 million. $10,000. Your device will be found back. Plus a criminal case will be filed against you. So here there is no fine, but if you are designing a healthcare product, if everything is there, the criminal case will be filed on it because these things will kill the people. Correct? So what kind of XAI methods can be used here? Here we are going to use model agnostic methods. Here we are going to use audit trials. Here you are going to use SHAP. Here you are going to use live. So this is again a local, global, global.
ଗାଧେରେ ମୁଁ ଆଉଥିଲ ନା ଝାଡ଼ା ଯାଉଛି ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ନେଇଯିବି ଚାଲ ପୋଟଳ ଯିବା ପରା କମ୍ ପଳେଇବ ପରା ପଳେଇ କାଲି ଧରିକି ପଡ଼ିବି ବାର୍ଥଡେ ଦଉନୁ ତୋର କେକ୍ ସେ କାଟୁନୁ କିଛି ଲୁଣ ହେଇଗଲା
Just go through.
ফেস ওয়াশটা অর্ডার করিনি, করে ভাবছি
লস করতে বেকার আডভাইস
না সেটা আমি করি, এটা শুনুন তো খালি এতে টন দেখ আর কিনে করে
সাইড ইফেক্ট দেখি তো সাইড ইফেক্ট দেখি তো কোনো মানুষ
সাইড ইফেক্ট না এটা
দেখি সাইড ইফেক্ট করে কোন প্যান্টটা ইউজ করে আর ইউজ অপশন বুঝুন স্ক্রিন যদি হাইলি সেন্সিটিভ ওয়েট নেই ইউজ করলে ভালো হবে
না
হাইলি সেন্সিটিভ
হাইলি তো নাই
খালি ব্র্যান্ড আর ফিট করবে
স্কিনটা ভালো হয়ে ওঠে
আরে ডাবল গায় রে
See here, it is no longer an academic. Then, it is not about academic concept. It is used in industry and enforce legal requirements.
সি বলো টপিলে গাইড করতে হবে তো বলতে দিলাম
Okay. So, what we need to understand here, explainable artificial intelligence acts as a layer
পুরো মে তো
for
কিন্তু
entity
নেই তো
which
সরি আসলে
will
ভালো
force people to follow
ভেন্টিলেটর দেবো
ভেন্টিলেটর কি সিস্টেম
AI usage.
নষ্ট হলে চলে আর ঘরটা করলে হবে
The new AI risk-based framework is going to reshape ML system designs.
কোন স্পেশাল
Shape-based
বলবো না
adverse action systems bridge the gap between modern opacity and
একটু
economic
লেট
outcomes.
করলে খাই না বুঝি তো
Human oversight must be designed in, not bolted on after deployment.
বুড়ে
Okay. Your role in Excel, fairness testing and audit trails into
Middle
ML pipeline from screening.
আর
So what we need to build Excel. We always need to do a systems fairness testing and do an audit trials
মেসেজটা করতে পারছি
ওই জলটা টিকছি না
from screen. So that means from the day one. So what do you understand here? So how to build an AI system with explainability? What are the steps we need to do?
হ্যাঁ
We
মত
need to
থাকবে
do the fairness test,
দুই কম গাতে
audit trials. From so in this
আজি পড়ে হবে না
where the key takeaways were,
সাবাল নাই
any doubts in this part?
দাদু
From this regulations you will
নোংরা
be
হচ্ছে
getting 40 marks exam will be affected in the first module. Yes or no?
কিছু নেই যাও
From the
যাবে
40 marks,
অফিসে গাতে ভাইটা উঠো না
you will get 10 marks for this. Okay.
ହେଲା କି
ড্রাগনের বসন বসন দেখবি না
ড্রাগন
রিয়েল রাখব
ছোটা ড্রাগন ড্রাগন भी নাই এটা আছে
ডাইনোসর
কেঞ্চুয়া কেঞ্চুয়া
এটা বড় কেঞ্চো তো দেখিনি কেন লম্বা দেখি যেত মোটা কেঞ্চো দেখিন তো
এটা কিন্তু ভাই অনেক কম দাম
আর তা না না আমরা गेम भी खेला मुँह तो कहते हैं अरे बाइक गेम वीडियो कर এইগুলো
চলো খাইবা
আরে
Hill climbing. There are no doubts.
হিল ক্লাইম্বিং আমরা হিল ক্লাইম্বিং করি সে ও মারো ঠিক আছে
কে
আর ওটা কোটা বিপরে হয় বলে কি দৌড়
এ তো
দিল্লি কোউতে ভাই
ডেডলিফট করতে আছে
খালি খালি অনটা যেতিক মুটা দেখি আর তার ব্যাক উপর খালি প্রেসার পড়ে আর খালি এটি দেনা ছাতি
দাঁড়া চাষ
This is what actually we taught in the last
Yeah.
বড় আগে তো চিংড়ি বড় করো
in the next class.
Deadlift
we will
focus
discuss
with
about, these things.
অসুবিধা আছে,
କାଲି ସେ ଜୀବନ ଧରିକି ଆଇଥିଲା ବୋଧେ କଲାନି କି?
ମାଉସ
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ କ'ଣ ପ୍ରିଣ୍ଟ ନା ଜେରକ୍ସ ନା କ'ଣ
ହଁ
କରିଥିଲା?
ସେଟା କଲ୍ ନାହିଁ, ସେଟା କାର୍ଡ଼ ଦେଇଥିବ।
ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଦରକାର ହେଉଛି କି?
ହଁ
ଆଇଲା କି କ'ଣ କିଛି ଆଇଲା ରିପ୍ଲାଏ ମାନେ
ସେଟା ତ ଆଉ ଥରେ ଯାଇ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ୁଛି, ସେଟା ପାଇଁ ଆହୁରି ଟାଇମ୍ ମାଗିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ।
ନାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଏ ଯେଉଁ ସିଲେକ୍ସରେ ଆଇଲା
ନା ସେଟା ଆଇନି।
ଆସିନି ନାଇଁ, କେତେ ଟାଇମ୍ ଲାଗୁଛି ରେ? ଦେଇଦେବା କଥା।
କ'ଣ ଆଉ ଥରେ କହିଲେ ଆଉ ଥରେ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ କହିଲେ।
କିଏ ମାମୁଁ
ନାଇଁ ସେ ପିଓନଟା ନା କ'ଣ?
ଆଉ ଥରେ କରିବାକୁ ଦେବ ଆଉ ଥରେ କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ କରିବ?
ଏହା ତ ଭୁଲ ଅଛି କି?
Now just have a glance about this means. UCDR 2018 article already been involved. What you see here, subject to solely article 26 with significant evidence. Meaningful explanation from the logic involved. Credit scoring insurance pricing and appointments meaning it is applied for notice. So when you are going for banking applications, you are going for your jobs and everywhere, GDPR is applied. So if you are doing any project in this area, you need to follow the GDPR article. Right? Then, if you go for EAI 2024, this can be applied everywhere. Right? So this is used for maintaining every document in all documents.
ছোট ভাই
This equal credit opportunity
রবীন্দ্র প্রধান,
where
রবীন্দ্র প্রধান
short-based USFDA is for healthcare projects. So if you are doing a healthcare related project, USFDA will be applied and EAI can also be applied. So these two things will come into the place. If you are doing banking, US legal opportunity and GDPR, these two things will apply. So that's what we have. Now let's take one context to have an understanding. Okay. And try to understand.
ହଉନି
ଆଜି ଆଇବ ନା ସେମିତି
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है क्लास में होगा पेमेंट आप क्या ऐसे ऐसे स्कैनर भेजते वो प्रोडक्ट नहीं है दो दिन वही प्रॉब्लम हुआ वो स्कैनर दिया
କେତେଲା
पूरा दे दिया कभी
ଘଣ୍ଟା ଘଣ୍ଟା ଲାଗିବ ମାଛ ଭଲ ଭଲ ଯୋଗୁଲା ଏଇଠି ମୁଁ ହଳଦୀ ଲଗେଇବି ଚନ୍ଦନ ଲଗେଇବି ତାପରେ କାଟେ
ମୁଣ୍ଡ ଥୋଇଦେଲ କି
ବୁଝୁନି କାଲିଠୁ
लेकिन ऐसे होगा वो डायरेक्टली वो स्कैनर स्कैन कर जाता है
କମେଣ୍ଟ ମାର ମୁଁ ହେଟା କମି ହାଫ ପ୍ୟାଣ୍ଟ ଆରେ ପଡେ ତ
ना
ଗରମ ହଉଛି
करेक्ट किया बट ये
ହ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡ ଅଛି ଯେ ଗରମ ମତେ ପୁରା କୁଲ ହଉଛି
ये दबा
ମୁଁ ତ ଭାଇ ଜଙ୍ଗ ଦେଖାଳିଟା
इसके अंदर आ
ସତରେ ହବ ଫାଇଦେ ହାଁ ତାର ସଫ୍ଟୱେର ଦେନ
समझ गया
ଦୌଡ଼ିଲ ଟିକେ ହାଁ ସତରେ ଗ୍ୟାସ୍ ଅଧା ରହିଯାଇଛି ପୁରା ହବ ପୁରା ବ୍ୟସ୍ତ ନା ବୁଝି ବୁଝି କାଢ଼ିବି ତାକୁ ମୋର ଦେଖ ତୋର କେତେ ଝିଅ ପଟେଇ ଦଉଛୁ ଆରାମସେ ହଁ କଥା ତ ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ମାମୁଲି ଭାବୁଛୁ ଇଣ୍ଟରନ୍ୟାସନାଲ
ନାଇଁ ଏବେ ଡେଣା କାଢି ବାହାରୁଛି
ଗଲା ଗଲା गला
सर को पूछ लिया actually
କଣ
सर आप मना कर दिए
ତାଙ୍କ ନାଇଁ ବା ଟାର୍ଗେଟ ହଉଛି ସେ ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ହେଲା ସେ ନାଇଁ କି ହିରୋଇନ ଭାବୁଛି ନିଜକୁ
सर आप मना कर दिए नहीं मेरे को बोल के जाना
ତମ ଖାଲି ଟିକେ ଡେଣା କାଢି ବାହାରିଲା ମସଲା ଗଲା ଗଲା ଗଲା
ଆଜି ଯାଇନ ନା ଏଇକି ନା ପଳେଇଲଣି
ନାଇଁ, ଯିବି ଯିବି
ଏବେ ଯିବ
ଆମ ଟିକେ ଲେଟ୍ ହେଲା କଥା ଟିକେ ନାଇଁ ଲେଟ୍
या
ଭାଇ ଆସ
कैन यू सी दिस
ଯାଉଛି ନା ସେଠି କିଣିବାକୁ ଅଛି ତ
କ'ଣ କହିବେ
ଏ ପଢ଼ନି ପରିବ କିଛି ନାହିଁ ଘର ପୁରା କହିଲେ ହଁ କାଲି କିଣି କହିକି ରହିଯାଇଛି
ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଗାଁ
ଏଇ କ'ଣ କିଛି ଫ୍ରେଶ୍ ଆଉନି ତମ ଭାଇ ରାଣୀ କୋଚରେ ଆଇବ ଜଗିଲେ ଆଇଲି ଆଇନା ତା ରହିଗଲି ତାକୁ
ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ କ'ଣ ପଇସା ମିଳିବ
ବସଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡରେ ସେ ଯେଉଁ ତା ସାମ୍ନାରେ ପୁରା ପୁରା ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ କିଣୁଛୁ
ଦୁଇଟା ଦୋକାନ
ହଁ ଦୁଇଟା ଦୋକାନ ଯାଉଛି ଗୋଟେ
ଦୁଇଟା
ବଡ଼
କମ୍
ଅଛି।
କମ୍ ପଇସାରେ ବି
କମରେ କ'ଣ ଉଠି ପଡ଼ିଲୁ
ଖାଇବା ପାଇଁ ରନ୍ଧା ପାଇଁ ନାହିଁ ନା ଜିନିଷ
ଯିବୁ
ସେଠି ଆଣିଦେଲେ କାମ ସୁଝି
ମାମୁଁ ଟିକେ ଆଇଥିବ ଆଇଟମ୍ ବନେଇଥିଲେ
ପେଣ୍ଟା ଟିକେ ବୁଲେଇ ଦେ
ଉପର ଫ୍ୟାନ୍ଟା ଗୋଟେ ଲଗେଇଦେ କାପାସିଟରଟା ଖାଲି ଦରକାର
ହଁ ଏଇଟା ଏଇଟା ହଁ
लेट्स
ଯେ ଗରମ ପବନ ଆଇଥିବ ଉପରଟା
डिस्कस
ଗରମ ତ ଖୋଲିଲେ ତ ପବନଟା କ'ଣ ଆଇବ ନହେଲେ ସେ ଉଇଡ଼ା ରୋଟେଟ୍ ହବନି କେତେ ଲାଗେ
ଫ୍ୟାନ୍ଟା ସେଠି ଲଗେଇ ଦେଇଥାନ୍ତେ
ରତନ ପ୍ରିୟ ବୋଲେ ଆଉନୁ ଡ୍ୟୁଟି ଯିବା ଦାୟିତ୍ୱ କେତେ ସମୟ
हियर
ଛାଡ଼ି ଦିଏ
ମମି ତୁ ମାମା ପୁଅ ହେଇକି ରହିଲୁ ରେ କେତେ ହବ ବଡ଼ ମୁଁ ବୁଝିପାରୁନି
who are the various stakeholders that exist
ରତନ ବଡ଼ ହଉନି କ'ଣ ପାଇଁ
in
ହଉନି ବୋଲେ
the system
ଜୀବନ ନାହିଁ କିଏ ନାହିଁ ଘରେ କ'ଣ କରୁଛେ
କୁଆଡ଼େ থাকিব
are you people with me
ନାଇଁ ଅଫିସରୁ ଆଣିଯିବି ତାପରେ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ କୁଆଡ଼େ ଯିବେ ଯେ
is there anyone
ନା ନାଇଁ ମୁଁ ବା ନିଜ ପାଇଁ ନାଇଁ ଟାଇମ୍ କାଢ଼ୁନି
listen
କେବେ
to
ନା
this very carefully
ନିଜ ପାଇଁ ନା
କ'ଣ କହିବି
you can see here
ନିଜ ପାଇଁ
one is data scientist
ଆଗରୁ ଟାଇମ୍ ତ ଚାଲିଛି ସରିଗଲାଣି ଭାତ ଟାଇମ୍ ଜାଣିପାରୁନୁ
and then we are having an effective
ନିଜ ପାଇଁ ନା
individual
ଘର ଫ୍ୟାମିଲି ଅଛନ୍ତି
regulatory
ତାଙ୍କୁ
or
ଛାଡ଼ିଦେବା
auditor,
ସେଟା ତ ହବନି
domain
possible ନା।
expert, and legal counsel.
ଜୀବନ ଦେଖୁଛ କେତେ
Okay.
ବିନ୍ଦାସ ରହୁଛି
So,
ବୁଲୁଛି
these
ଖାଉଛି
are the
ପିଉଛି
three
ଏନ୍ଜୟ କରୁଛି
stakeholders who
ସବୁ
exist
ଜିନିଷ
in
ସେ
the
ନାହିଁ
system.
ବାଲାନ୍ସ ଚଲେଇଛି
ଚଲେଇଛି।
Now,
ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତାର ପଇସା ଭୁଲ ହଉନି
who is going to use
ତୁ
what
ଆଉଟସାଇଡ୍
kind of
ହେଇଯାଉଛି ନା
information? Who is
କାଲି
going to
କେତେବେଳେ
use what
ଫଟୋ
kind of
ଦେଖିଥିଲି
information?
ନୂଆ ନୂଆ ଜାଗା ସବୁ।
Who are they here?
ଇଏ ବି କ'ଣ ଚାହିଁଲେ ହେଇପାରିବ
Modern
ନା
interference
ମୁଁ ମନା କରେ
ମମି
ଜିନିଷରେ ଏ ଜିନିଷରେ ତୁ
and
କେବେ ଆଉ
teaching
ବୁଲିବୁ ରେ
importance.
ମମିର ପରମିଶନ
So,
ଏ ସେ
when we see here,
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମା ବେଳେ ବୁଲିବୁ
need
ଆଉ ଥିବ ବାଳ ଖାଇଲେ ଭଲ କାମ ଆଉ
is data scientists
ଆମେ ତ କ୍ଲାସ୍ କରିବୁ ତୁ ବୁଲିବୁ କେତେବେଳେ।
Class of
concentrating
exam
on what
ଆପଣ
on the
ବହୁତ
modern
ସାରା
what
କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହେଉଛି
debugging
ମାନେ
and
5ଟାରୁ କ'ଣ
which
ଛାଡ଼ୁଛନ୍ତି
features they are going
ହଁ
to
ପାଞ୍ଚଟା ଯାଇ ବୁଲିବୁ ନାଇଁ
ନାଇଁ 5ଟାରୁ ଛାଡ଼ୁଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ 5ଟା ଯାଇ କ'ଣ କ୍ଲାସ୍
do that.
ହେଉଛି
So
Ah,
what kind of explanations they are
ତ
going to use?
କେତେବେଳେ
They
ବୁଲିବୁ
are going to
ପାଞ୍ଚଟାରୁ
use
ରାତି ଯାଇକି
Global
ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାରେ ରାତିରେ ବୁଲିବୁ।
PDP,
ଅନ୍ଧାର ଫଟୋ ଉଠେଇବୁ
ICT and permutation importance. So mostly like Bayes and
ବଡ଼ ହେଲେ
so
କାହିଁକି ହଉଛି ବେ
using these things, data scientist is going to work on model and
ମୁଁ
debug
ଯାଇକି ଆସୁଛି।
ହଁ ରତନ।
ଶୁଣେ
clear.
ମାପି କାଟିଦେ
Now next comes the businessman.
କେତେ କେତେ ଲାଗେ
Who is the businessman?
Dollar
here?
ମୋର ନାହିଁ ରତନ
Usually the client.
Hey,
We have to consider
ରତନର ବାର୍ଥଡେ।
key business drivers. He is going to look at the model behavior overview. That is what he is directly looking at the system at the outer end.
ଖାଲି ଜଣା ପଡୁନି
So he wants importance ranking only. If you are giving certain features, you give ranking. Like previously we saw, by using shape for the user, you are giving some feedback. Some such kind of plots or graphs are required for the user. The next is affected individual. Who
ଆଉ
is
କାହାକୁ ବୁଝିବେ ଜାଣିଛୁ
this person is the
ତାର
user who
ସବୁଠୁ
is
ବଡ଼
going
ଶତ୍ରୁ
to
ସିଏ ହିଁ
make of that
ଦେଖ
AI
ଫ୍ରିଡମ୍ରେ
system.
ନାହିଁ ନା
His question is, why was this specific decision made for me? So अभी इनको load rejected करके जवाब आया. So you need to know.
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମାରେ ବୁଲିବ।
So how that can be done? That can be done by
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମାରେ
using
ବୁଲିବ।
count of
ରାତି
factors,
ପାଞ୍ଚଟା ଉଠି ରାତିରେ ଫଟୋ ଉଠେଇବୁ
local
ଡାଟା
sharp,
କହିଲା
force plots or angles. So most probably we are going to use count of factors or local sharp. So by using these two things, usually we are going to communicate to the user.
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମା କଲେ ଭାତ ଲାଗେ
Regulator or auditor.
ବିଟେକ୍ କଲେ ଟିକେ ତାର ଅଛି ରାସ୍ତାକୁ ଆଇ ବସୁ
ହଁ।
Global
ଆହୁରି
fairness
ଡିପ୍ରେସନକୁ ପଳେଇବ
analysis and
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମା କଲେ।
model documentation.
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମା ଟିକେ ଟିକେ ଲାଭ
So
ମିଳିବ
regulators
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମା
or
କଲେ
auditors,
ବିଟେକ୍ କରିବାକୁ ପଡ଼ିବ
it is fairness,
Yeah.
compliance are.
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମା କରିବୁ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ସେକେଣ୍ଡ ଇୟର ଜଏନ୍ ହେବ
So these people
ଲାଟରାଲ ଏଣ୍ଟ୍ରି କରୁଛନ୍ତି
will be looking
ଲାଟରାଲ
at
ପିଲା
the fairness of the
ଖାଲି
algorithm.
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମା କଲେ କ'ଣ ହେବ
And
କୋଇଲା
is there
ଡିପ୍ଲୋମା
any
କରିବ
bias
ଜବ୍
in the
ମିଳିଲେ କୋଡ଼ିଏ
system
ଲାଖ
will be
ଟଙ୍କା
monitored.
ତାପରେ ଏତେ
So they look
କ'ଣ
at
ଭାବୁ ତ ଗେଦା
model
ଭଲ ନାହିଁ
documentation or
କୋଇ କରୁ
looking at the rules. This is like whatever we talk
I'll
about
go-
stakeholders from
Demon,
GDPR,
ଆଉ ଦୁଇ ବର୍ଷ
UI,
ପରେ ବି
etc.,
ତାପରେ
etc. will come.
ମାଇଣ୍ଡସେଟ୍
The next is domain experts. Who are domain experts? The people who are having
ବାଇରେ ଯେଉଁ
knowledge of
ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ପଢ଼ଉଥିବ ସେଇ ପଢ଼ୁଥିବ
does model logic
What the
match domain
ତ
knowledge.
କ'ଣ ହେଲା?
So whatever the
ମାନେ
system developed here by the
ଦୁଇଟି
data
କ'ଣ
scientist
ଗୋଟେ କହିଲା ହେଲା।
is
Type in
working
scholarship,
exactly how
Yeah.
previously we are working for the business. So
ସେ
that will be keeping track by domain.
କ'ଣ ଗୋଟେ ଇନଷ୍ଟିଟ୍ୟୁଟ୍ ନୂଆରେ ହେଇଛି ହେଲା।
So
ଆମର
what
ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଦୁଇଟା ନା ତିନିଟା ନା କ'ଣ ଅଛି କି?
decision trees and monotono
ଆଉ ସେଇଠି ବିଇଡ଼ି କରିବି।
constraints.
ତାପରେ
Next is legal
ଲେକ୍ଚରସିପ୍ ପକେଇବୁ
counsels.
ନା ଲେକ୍ଚରସିପ୍ ନାହିଁ।
What legal counsels are
ଆମର
going to do?
100%
They are going to
placement
do
out.
a regulatory
ଜଏନ୍
conference
କଲା
audit.
ମାନେ ପ୍ଲେସମେଣ୍ଟ ସିଓର ସର୍ଟ ପ୍ଲେସମେଣ୍ଟ
So
କରିବ।
they model cards, data sheets and execution
Mhm.
logs. So these people are going to
ପ୍ରଫେସନାଲ
maintain these logs so that they can track. Now, whenever you go for any of the system, you will be having legal counselors, domain experts.
ମୋତେ ଲାଗୁଛି କ'ଣ ଇଏ
So
ରଖିଥାନ୍ତି
these are the three people
ଯେତେ ବଡ଼ କଲେ
behind the system in the
ସେମାନେ
project.
ନେଇ ଜଏନ୍ କରିଦେଉଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଜବ୍ ଦେଇ ଦେଉଛନ୍ତି ଭାବୁଛି।
Like a layman, we
ହଁ
understand this. And he's your client and these are the developers. So
ଯେ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ନୌରେ ଜଏନ୍
all
କଲେ
these people,
Huh?
these perspectives, usually the skills are developed and people. So where which kind of
ଆମ କଲେଜରେ କମ୍ପ୍ଲିଟ୍ 100%
is shown here.
ଟଙ୍କା 15,000 ମାସ ଚଳିଯିବ
ହୁଁ
ବାହାରେ ନାହିଁ ଘର ଭଡ଼ା ନାହିଁ ଖାଇବୁ
This is one important topic which comes for
ମୁଁ
finance.
ଏପ୍ଲାଏ ସିନା ଜାଣିଲି ମା ଇନଷ୍ଟିଚ୍ୟୁଟ୍ ଉପରେ ଡିପେଣ୍ଡ କରିକି ରହୁଛି ତେଣୁକରି ବଡ଼ ବଡ଼ କଲେଜରେ ଜଏନ୍ କରିବି ବଡ଼ ବଡ଼ କଲେଜ ମାନେ ସେମାନେ ଦେଖୁ
Now,
ଦେଇଦେବେ
at the end of this, I'll be giving you some
ମେଟ୍ରୋ କରୁନା ଆମେ
assignment
ଏଇଟା କହିବା ତ ପିନ୍ଧିବ ଏଇଟା କ'ଣ ଅଛି
for module 1, review and case study. So from this in examination, you'll be getting questions.
ଏଇଟା ନେଇ ଗୋଟେ ଭାଇ
These are the things you can take
ଏତେ ପରିଶ୍ରମ करना पड़ता है
scenarios for detection
कॉलेज फाइल को तो
systems.
डिरेक्ट हम
I'll
करते
show
दो
you these
इनके
things.
से मैं तो
चालू बार
So
करते
work
हां
on these things and prepare for with your solutions. So these are all the review questions which you can go through.
मैं पूरा हाई कोचिंग जॉइन करो नहीं
ଆଗରୁ ବଢ଼ିଆ ହେବ ଦେଖୁନ୍ତୁ ଆଜି ହେବ ଗୋଟେ କାମ କରିବା ଆଉ ତ କିଛି କିଛି ନଉଛି
जे कौन से पूरे कोचिंग सेंटर से जॉइन कर देलो माने श्योर सब तोर आईएएस ऑफिसर हे वाला बोल ना ये डॉक्टर से सर्टिफिकेट सिना दबो गाइड सिना दबो
ଏକ୍ଜାମ୍ କତ ଦେବାର ଅଛି ନା
एग्जाम तो दबो तू फेस करू ना
Okay.
तो खाली गाइड दो
Have a look at this.
पड़ा
ଖରାପ ହେଇନି
क्या बासी है
ଟଣା ଯୋଗ କେମିତି
कौन खाई
ଟଣା ଆଗ କେମିତି
So you can take these questions. Okay. So
खाई हो
ଭାଇ
from these questions and still
ନା ପାଣି ପିଇବାର ଅଛି ଖାଇଲେ କ'ଣ ଆଣ୍ଡୁଲ ଡାକୁଛି ନା ଖାଲି ସେ କ'ଣ ହୋଟେଲ କରିବ ପାଣି ହୋଟେଲ ଧରିକି ଯାଇଥିଲେ
बटल
ମାନେ ବୁଝିବା
आवाज में कितनी बाया है आवाज में कितनी बाया है
କିଏ ହଁ କିଏ
फिनिश करो
ନାଇଁ ମନ ଭାଇ ଭାତ ହେଇଥିଲେ ଖାଇଦେବା ତୁମେ ଆଉ
हम लोग तो नहीं जाए तो आवाज में स्थिति बाया है तो घंटे पिला पानी केरे के पूरी की नौची
କ'ଣ କରିବା ଇଏ କ'ଣ ଭାବୁଛି କ'ଣ ନା ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି ମୋତେ ତ ଡର କାହିଁ ବାହାରେ ଟୋଟାଲ ଆପଣ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଆଗଟା ପସିବଲ୍ ଯେତିକି ହେବ ଆଗ ଅପେକ୍ଷା 95% କମିଯାଇଛି
दिख रहा है
ହଁ
ना बहुत रहा है
एक पिला है पकड़ा टेस्ट पास कर ली सूप टेस्ट पास कर ली
कपड़ा सब क्यों खाओ ना कपड़ा कपड़ा हम कपड़ा कुत्ता का खाओ ना ना कुछ
अरे पूरा पूरा टेस्ट का खाणु तो बार 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 क्यों खाए
सोना जिन सब पूरा फांपड़ सब
ठीक तो छाड़ी देली ଛଣା ଜିନିଷ ଖାଉଥିଲେ ଯେଉଁଟା ଫ୍ରେଶ୍ ତେଲରେ ମନେ କର ଛାଣିଲୁ ଆଲକି ଏତିକି ଟିକେ ଗାହାଡ଼ିଲୁ ସେଇଟା ବି ନାହିଁ ଅଧିକ ମୁଁ ତ ଦୋକାନଦାର ଖାଇବାର କାହିଁ ଇଚ୍ଛା ନାହିଁ ବୋଲେ ପୁରା ତେଲରେ ଛାଣୁଛନ୍ତି ହେଲା ତାପରେ ତାଙ୍କେ ଯାତ୍ରା କରି ବନେଇ କରେ ସଫା ସୁତରା ନହେଲେ ମୋତେ ପସନ୍ଦ ନାହିଁ।
You can take only idli.
ଇଡଲି ବି ଚକୁଳି sometimes
ଚକୁଳି ବି ବହୁତ
ନା
କମ୍ ଖାଇବା।
ଚକୁଳି କେଉଁ ମିଳୁଛି କି ସେ
ଚକୁଳି ବି ତେଲ ପକଉଛନ୍ତି।
ଭଲ କଥା ତେଲ ସେତିକି ସ୍ଲାଇଡ଼୍ ନ ପକେଇଲେ ହବ ତେଲ ମୁଁ ଟୋଟାଲ ଛାଡ଼ି ଭାବିଥିଲି ଯେ ତେଲ ଦରକାର ବହୁତ essential।
ଆଭଏଡ୍ ତ
ହଁ,
କରିବା
କାହିଁକିନା
ଦରକାର।
ବଡ଼ିରେ ତ ହରମୋନ୍ ତେଲ ଉପରେ ଡିପେଣ୍ଡ କରୁଛି
ହଁ
ସେଥିପାଇଁ ବୋଲି ପୁରା କ୍ୱିଟ୍ କରୁଛି କିନ୍ତୁ କ୍ୱାଣ୍ଟିଟି ଦେଖିକି ଆଉ ଚେଷ୍ଟା ପୁରା ଛାଡ଼ିବାକୁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବା କଥା ଗୋଟେ କୁହା ଆଉ ଚେଷ୍ଟା ହଁ 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 କ'ଣ 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 ହବ ଆଉ ଏଇଟା ଡ୍ୟୁ ଟୁ କ'ଣ ଜାଣିଛୁ କୋଲ୍ଡ ଡ୍ରିଙ୍କସ୍ ବେଶୀ ପିଇଛୁ ଛଣା ଜିନିଷ ସବୁ କୋଲ୍ଡ ଡ୍ରିଙ୍କସ୍ ଖାଇଲେ ଲେଖା ସେମିତି ପିଇଲେ ଲେଖା ସେମିତି ହେବ ହଁ ଛଣା ଜିନିଷ ସବୁ କୋଲ୍ଡ ଡ୍ରିଙ୍କସ୍ ଆଉ କିଛି ନାହିଁ। देखो लिवर लिवर है फैटी लिवर कर दो कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स का खाना जिन खाई कौन जिन खाई भाई डेंजर व्हाइट शुगर को पूरा କହିଦେଲା
ବିଟ୍ ଲୁଣ ବିଟ୍ ଲୁଣ
ଜନ ଆବ୍ରାମ ତ କହିଲା ହ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ପଏଜନ୍ 25 ବର୍ଷର ସେ କାଜୁ କାଜୁ ଖାଇଥିଲା ଏ ଖାଇ
ଗୋଟେ ଇଣ୍ଟରଭ୍ୟୁରେ ଦେଖୁଥିଲି
କହିଲା
ଇଏ ନାହିଁ ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଯେ ହୋ ଗୀତକାରୀ ସ୍ଲମ୍ ଡଗ୍ ମିଲେନିୟର
ହଁ ହଁ ହଁ
କି ନା ତାର ଗୋଟେ
ଜୟ ହୋ।
ଅସ୍କାର ଆୱାର୍ଡ ହଁ ଜୟ ହୋ ସିଏ ଏକା ଅସ୍କାର ଆୱାର୍ଡ ପାଇଛି ବା ସିଙ୍ଗରଟା
ୟାର ରେହମାନ
ହଁ
ୟାର ରେହମାନ
ହଁ ସିଏ
ହଁ ସିଏ ତ କହିଛନ୍ତି ସେ 10 ବର୍ଷ ନା କ'ଣ ଚିନି ଛାଡ଼ି ଦେଇଛି
10 ବର୍ଷ
ହଁ କପିଲ ଶର୍ମା ସର
ହଁ ହଁ
ସିଏ 10 ବର୍ଷ ଏଠି ଜନ ଆବ୍ରାମ ଛାଡ଼ିଛି 25 ବର୍ଷ
10 ବର୍ଷରେ ସେ ସୁଇଟ୍ସ ଛାଡ଼ିଛି
10 ବର୍ଷ ଜନ ଆବ୍ରାମ 25 ବର୍ଷ ଛାଡ଼ିଛି ପୁଣି ଏଇଟା କ'ଣ କରୁଛି
Who is talking?
ସୁଇଟ୍ସ ନାହିଁ
ସୁଇଟ୍ସ ନୁହଁ ପୁଣି
ସୁଗାର
ଶୁଣେ ହ୍ୱାଇଟ୍ ସୁଗର କଥା ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ହେଲା ସୁଇଟ୍ ନଟ୍ ମିନ୍ କି ସୁଗର ଓନ୍ଲି
Hello?
ସୁଗର ଫ୍ଲେଭରଟା ହେଉଛି ସୁଇଟ୍ ବୁଝିଲ କି କାହିଁକି ସୁଗର ଖାଇଲେ ସୁଗର ନାହିଁ କିଛି
See,
ନ୍ୟୁଟ୍ରିସନ୍
what I want to
କିଛି
tell
ନାହିଁ
you is,
କେବଳ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ ସେଟା ହେଉଛି
here
କ୍ୟାଲୋରି
we are course, many people has registered
କେବଳ କ୍ୟାଲୋରିଜ୍
and
ନଉଛି
you
ଆଉ
got
କିଛି
your
ନାହିଁ
LMS. And I saw that many people also have
Cholesterol.
submitted their quiz one. Even though they did not attend the class, you people have submitted quiz one.
Cholesterol.
Okay.
Cholesterol
So,
ପାଇଲେ
after completing quiz 1,
ନାଇଁ ଲିଭର
there
ଗୋଟେ
is
ଡାଉନ୍
no
ହେଇଥିଲା
other quiz or any questions are asked actually. Only
ଆଉ
you are asked to go through the
ଗୋଟେ
videos,
ଜିନିଷ କ'ଣ ଜାଣିନ ବେଶୀ
Then
ଡେଞ୍ଜର ଲାଗିଲା
submit
ଚିନି
your
ଖାଇ ତୋର ଏଜ୍
project.
ବେଶୀ ଗ୍ରୋଥ୍ ହେଲା ଅପେକ୍ଷା
So
ଦେଖାଯିବ
if you submit your project,
ଚିନି ଛାଡ଼
Then
ଚିନି ଖାଇ
project report, no
No,
cooking
no,
also
no.
required, you may be certified. Okay. So whoever are having access to that LMS, go through all the videos, just complete them and complete all the tasks in the LMS. If you complete the task in your LMS,
very
you get
dangerous
certified.
ଯେ ଯାହାକୁ ବିକ୍ରି
I saw in
ହେଇଥିବ
other
ଦେବା କଥା
sections,
ନାହିଁ ଆଉ
A section some people got certified. Here anyone got certified?
चलो जाएगा
Ankit,
ଗୋଟେ ବୋତଲ କୋଲ୍ଡ ଡ୍ରିଙ୍କ୍ ପିଇ ତାହେଲେ
not there.
ନାଇଁ ତ ସୁଗାର ଭର୍ତ୍ତି
Because Ankit was doing it seriously. Okay. So is there anyone?
ସବୁଠୁ ଖରାପ ତେଲ କାମ ସେଇଟା ତ ମାନେ ଥଣ୍ଡା ହେଲେ ଇଏ ହେବ ପରା କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଥିଲି ରିସର୍ଚ୍ଚରେ କୋକୋନଟ୍ ଅଏଲ୍ ଭଲ ବୋଲି କହୁଛନ୍ତି କୋକୋନଟ୍ ଅଏଲ୍ ତ ଭଲ କୋକୋନଟ୍ ଅଏଲ୍ ପିନଟ୍ ଅଏଲ୍ ମାଷ୍ଟର୍ଡ ଅଏଲ୍ ଭଲ ମୁଁ ଆଗେ ସାର୍ଟଟା ପିନ୍ଧି ଲୋକ ମରିଗଲା ଯେହେତୁ ଗ୍ରୀନ୍ କଲର୍ ସାର୍ଟ ପିନ୍ଧିଲା ନା ମୁଁ ତାଙ୍କର କିଛି କଲା ନା green, deep blue, black, deep yellow color. Light weight ପିନ୍ଧୁ ଭଲ black shirt ପିନ୍ଧିଛି ବାହାର ଜାଗାରେ ଖରାପ ଲାଇଟ୍ ମରିଗଲା ଦେଖି କାମ୍ପା ନାଇଁ କଲର୍ ଦେଖ ନାଇଁ କଲର୍
That is choice.
ବଢ଼ିଆ